Good day, good love, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever you are. Thank you for joining us today once again on Wednesdays with Wendy, where we gather here to express, explore, and transform in all the myriad languages of lights. And as I was reminded by one of my collectives of guides, the emissaries of the Light Collective that have lovingly offered for us to call them Emily, have said to me at the very beginning, absolutely everything in creation speaks a language of light. And I've come to understand that that is more true than we could have ever known. And as we begin to awaken and become more aware, as we become masters of our own reality, we begin to understand that we really can converse with everything in existence, that everything is a layer and a language of light. Everything is a verse in the universal song, the symphony of Source, and that each and every one of us are always singing this song of Source and listening, and it's all around us. And as we awaken more and more with these light languages, as we begin to speak them and sing and tone and hand sign, draw symbols, share them out to the world, we begin to awaken each other. And we begin to connect with our star families, our soul families. We begin to understand, remember, that we really can speak with everything, that everything is a conversation, that once again, anybody who knows my channel and knows my videos, and even the things that I post on social media, it's all about the sunlight, the codes, the light codes that we're receiving through the information of the languages of lights through absolutely everything, whether it's the water, the elementals, the air, the earth, the fire, the water, the sunlight, the moonlight. I try to never miss a sunset if I'm lucky enough to be up at sunrise. There's information, and we're always speaking with each other as well. We're all energy, we are all light. Everything was created from energy and light, and we really are light beings having this cosmic constant conversation with Source. And through these languages of lights, I wanted to thank all of you. First of all, if you're new to my channel, I began this channel many years ago. I think it's been about 4.5 years ago, because I was invited by my guides to share these light codes and be behind the camera, speaking light languages and creating an alchemy of nature and the leaves fluttering and the sun shining and the butterflies and the birds and the animal collectives and the soil and the sand and the flowers and the colors, and that everything was speaking to me. And before I knew it, every time I walked outside, I would become emotional with the conversations that I was receiving and the information that I was receiving telepathically, but yet it was more emotionally. It was more of a feeling. And then I would hear the messages, receiving answers in guidance to questions I had about my own reality. How do I create my own reality? How does this light language, how does all of this, what does it mean? How does it help us? How does it help us through these day-to-day struggles? How does it make a difference in our day-to-day lives? How does this change my perspective and how I see my world? How does it affect my relationships and how I move through the world? How does it change the way I react to a situation? For unconditional love, as we have come to know, is loving our creation, our existence, our circumstances, loving ourselves and our lives, and our state of being the most important thing than anything else. And that loving everything despite the conditions around us, when we begin to understand the conditions around us are simply a mirror of our current state of being, we begin to look at our lives a different way. And this was part of what light languages brought to me. They brought to me more connections to my own angels. They made me see, helped me see, not made me, helped me see my connections to the shaman and me, the other parallel realities and lives, even me as animal collectives, even stones, even planets, mystical beings. It's been quite an extraordinary experience, and I've had some really extraordinary experiences even recently in dreams. Things that I've been going through in my own life and answers that I'm receiving and interactions that I've been having with other beings this week, even this morning. It's all of this and light languages has helped me to remember my dreams in the sense that becoming more aware that that is the real life. That is who we really are. We really are multidimensional. And when we wake up in the morning, we put on this, we turn off our memory and we put on this play that we've forgotten that we're connected and can speak to everything, because everything in creation there are no boundaries. It's just simply frequency, like light and color. Everything's just a different frequency. Nothing's better or worse or more or less or unequal to the next thing. Nothing is more or less important to creation, especially each and every one of us. This has not been an easy journey, but yet it has been the most glorious, amazing, challenging, emotional, illuminating experience of my life. And I was guided to begin sharing this information and then gathering together where we all may share our experiences with this, whether you speak it or don't, whether you want to, no matter how you share it, how you live it, how does it affect you? How does it, what does it do for you? And today, I'd just like to thank all of you, again, who've been with me all along, or if you're brand new, thank you, all my dear friends, for being in this room with me today. Thank you, Bree, for helping me share this information out to the world. And I thank all of you for interacting with me, because you're all in my dreams. We're all doing amazing work. I feel you, I see you, I hear you, even if I can't always connect with all of you. And each time we meet, whether it's we know that even if it's the first time, it's never the first time. We recognize each other when we gather and remember our soul connections and our star families, and by interacting in our dream states. And I've had so many of you. One of the things we haven't gotten a chance to do in these Hangouts is actually go through some of the comments from some of the prior webinars. And so that's something that at some point, if we ever have some other things that we're not sharing, I thought it would be nice to do that as well. But I wanted to point out that several of you have pointed out that you're also experiencing me in your dreams. Well, of course, because that's where we're living our true lives. That's where we're doing all the other work that we do multidimensionally. And then we come here to forget that we're separate from source and separate from each other, and that there's veils and walls that we call thoughts and beliefs, and that we let our minds take us through a journey of remembering, and how illuminating that is, and how emotional that is. And so today, thank you for joining Bree and I today, and all of you that are watching and will watch. And on this 10th day of July of 2019, and what better day to explore and express transformation and light languages than on today equaling 13. And if you've been following me for a little while, then you know how I love sharing these Syrian sacred symbols that were brought to us through Bashar, through Daryl Anka, because they were part of my original my immediate awakening process. Well, part of it, along with other things, nature, sacred geometry, and so forth. But and today's symbol for transform is 13. And again, we talk about how SIBO, 13, he tricks us. We trick ourselves into transformation and fool ourselves into thinking we're disconnected from each other and everything else. And then we play this game about figuring it all out again and joining each other again and remembering who we are and the magic that we are, and realizing that if this is something that I'm excited about and I'm passionate about, it must be part of my path. And then asking, well, how is this a part of my path, and how can I integrate it into my life, and what does it mean to me, and how can I use it and share it? So that's really the gist of it all. It's been a very emotional week for me, you guys. It's I've got a lot going on in my own 3D world, and I find myself today feeling and Mercury's retrograde, and so I'm feeling just really intense, and vulnerable and raw and emotional. And I told Bree earlier today, I really have, I got to say, honestly, sometimes we look at each other and think that maybe the other person's got it all figured out, or because we do this work that we must have it all, that our lives must be gravy. And I told Bree today, I said, you know what, this last week, I think I threw out every single tool I ever had. I think I threw it right out the window and said, I just want to, I don't know. It was so emotional, so vulnerable. And so I think part of my guides have been saying to me too, is that's part of what all this gathering is about. Is for all of us to be vulnerable together and to understand that none of us have it figured out. And, but yet I will say it makes us better teachers. And it makes us better students. And I wanted to thank all of you who have graced me with private sessions and videos and audio recording, all of it, audio recordings, donations. And I'll let Bree introduce everybody and let everybody know, if you're not, how to come in the room today. Thank everybody, all of you, for joining us, and to let all of you know about our first event, Light Language, the Purpose and Power of Light Language, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. For any of you who may not be familiar with it and would care to join us, I'm going to let her kind of take it from there, and just thank all of you for being here. And then we're going to open it up. I'd like to open it up to some light languages. Ina kashi ato I couldn't resist. I needed to do that.
Okay, I need to speak English now. So I'm really happy to be here today. I think that we are so lucky. I always say this, but we really are so lucky we get to connect with people literally all over the world. And a passion that Wendy and I have so strongly is to connect with people who are interested in light language as a concept, light language as a tool, light language as a form of expression all over the world and beyond. That's what we're really finding our burning, fiery passion is being able to connect with people like you, and like gather, and not only gather online, right? Like this is going to flood the entire earth in a way where people are going to continuously find more of who they are, find and experience more of the deeper layers of who they are and everything that they are, through opening them up to things that they've been told are crazy or wrong or weird or bad, or, like, don't do that, that's very strange. Well, if it's the most amazing thing that I've ever experienced, why should I not? Oh, well, you can't because somebody told me that you can't. Oh, that's a good reason not to. So we're breaking out of all of these constructs and boxes and chains and for me, light language has been a huge part of that for me. It's been a huge part of that for me to be able to break out of that. So we want to talk about this more. We want to get you people talking about what have you experienced with it. And what I'm finding is you can say a tiny little sentence and you can say, oh, well, it has done this for me. But really, it typically goes on and on and on and on because there's so many things that happen with light languages. So we want to talk about it. So I'm so happy that we have so many people here already and people in the chat. And so I am posting the link right now on the YouTube live chat. That is the link to the blog. So if you guys want to hop into this video chat room with us and talk, we only have 10 spaces available for now until we expand. But so if it's full, you can wait until somebody hops out. And we'll be watching the questions on the YouTube live chat. So we'll be, you know, talking about the comments in there and everything. So please feel free. This is a discussion, right? We want to, that's
Absolutely.
why we're here.
And I wanted to throw that out too, right before Bree, sorry to interrupt you. I wanted, since you said that about the YouTube chat, right after we introduce everybody too, I wanted to, there's a really great question, Bree, in the chat. And so this is something that you have no idea the synchronicity of this question, Taylor, and that talking about this and light language and children in general. And so this is a topic that my guides have wanted me to actually touch on today, was about children. And as long as I don't go into tears, that this is a great question. So thank you for that. Really important. So thank you.
Yeah, we need to focus on that a little bit. And it's synchronistic too with something else I will mention. So let's introduce everybody quick and we can go into any sort of, you guys can talk about yourself, talk about your experiences with light language, or you can share some light language with us.
Yeah, we'd love to hear, open it up to light language blessings and kind of get the vibration going and give some people who maybe not familiar with light languages a little example of each of our languages. So yes, I would love to.
Yeah, so in the room we have Zamara, we have Don, we have Dolores, and Charumati. Am I pronouncing that right? Yes.
Hey!
Awesome.
Oh my God!
You've been watching for a while. I saw you on.
Yes, oh
so
my
it's
God,
really great to see you here. And Anne-Marie. So hi, everybody.
Oh my God. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you guys. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, Don. Hi, Zamara. Oh, you guys, I'm so delighted to see you guys. I just wanted to say out loud to everybody, it's like I already know these guys just from chatting and going, you know, back and forth. And Anne-Marie, we've met, but this is delightful. I'm so happy that you guys are here. This is very exciting. So
it is. Yeah. So if any of you would like to speak first, you can just unmute. We have a pretty small room. So if you want to go ahead and unmute and say hello, we can start with that. And we will get more to talking about other stuff later. But we definitely want to give people a space to be able to talk. So would anyone like to say anything? Sometimes the muting is the hardest part, the unmuting. I see Charumati.
Oh, Anne-Marie, did you unmute? Did she unmute it? Okay.
Hi.
Hey, you guys.
Hey.
I'm so excited.
It's amazing to be here.
Hi. So is it Charumati? Charumati.
Yes,
Charumati, right?
Yeah.
Charumati. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for, bringing us all together. This is so amazing, and I'm so happy to be here and being able to share a little bit about light language and my own journey. And it's awesome, you guys. I love you all. I have been watching your videos, and it helped me so much on my own journey. You have no idea how much. And I'm from Brazil.
Welcome. Yeah. You are my first Brazil friend.
Yay.
And Anne-Marie, where are you from?
Muito bem.
Yes.
Where are you from, Anne-Marie?
I live in New York State, but I had 3 Brazilian exchange students about 10 years ago. So I've learned
Wow.
Portuguese through them.
What a
So,
beautiful synchronicity. Thanks.
yeah, how
Welcome.
lovely.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So please do share wherever you want to start and whatever you'd like to share. Please do.
I guess, yeah. So last year, in the beginning of last year, I started to speaking light language, and it was because I watched this video, and I don't remember which video it was, but I never listened to light language before, so I started listening to it in this video, and then it was like instantaneous. I knew I could do it, and I just started speaking, and it went on and on and on, and I couldn't stop speaking it. It was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. How can I do this? And it was all about the feeling. I didn't understand exactly what was going on, but I knew it felt so good for me. It was like remembering myself. It was like it was bringing me back to my own self, to my essence. And I just started doing it, and then I started sharing it with other people here in videos as well, and people started to relate to it, and they would comment on how it would make them feel so good, and it was kind of a healing energy. And I worked as an energy healer for a long time, so I was kind of like translating the light language into healings for people. So I started to find more about it. So I found Languages of Light, and I started to watch the videos as well. And it was so like, oh my gosh, I can't believe there's so many people already doing this. And, it validated my own experience. And it was so beautiful because I could feel the love pouring out. Everyone that I watch, that I listen, it's like a heart communication. It is so filled with love, and I started to feel my own heart opening up. So last year was all about opening my own heart and start reconnecting to myself and to other people. And I feel like language is this amazing bridge that is connecting people all over the world and to each other. And it's like we're not alone anymore. We don't have to go through all of this suffering and all of this difficulties in life anymore. It's like it's done, and now we are reconnecting. We are like finding our power. We are finding our voice, and we are finding our potentials and everything that we're able to do. So it has been such an amazing journey. And as I go through it, it started to morph. It started to change. The light language would change a little bit, and then I started to notice that I could tap into any kind of energy and bring that into light language. So I would go into the fairies, I would go into the elementals, I would go into Gaia, the sun, and the galactics, a lot of energies, and the light language would just come in and out. And so I started to work with people with that, like doing sessions with people, connecting them to their own power, their own helping them with clearings and transmutations of energies. And then I started to see in my mind that I was kind of like this weaver that would go in the field and start to untangle things, just working on a multidimensional level, and everything started to get a little more clearer. So now I get a sense of what I'm doing. I'm not always able to tell like exactly what I'm saying, but I can feel the energy, and I know what the energy is actually doing. And then I started to do this drawings and writings as well. And, it just allowed myself to just be, and it's like a vacation for my mind. So it's like, I can go outside of the mind realm of the programs and the limitations and just go into the heart. And then it just comes out, and it's just beautiful. And I feel I'm so blessed right now because I get to connect to other people who are doing this, who are opening their hearts. And it's such an amazing thing to be able to talk to people in this heart space. because it's such an amazing energy. It's no longer about the ego, it's no longer about identities, and it's just beingness. It's awesome. So it's amazing to be here, you guys. It's amazing to be able to share a little bit of myself and this light language. And well, Areneshiki ina sala surukuna saka ishete isikimiha rakatunor orteshena ira kanaturo noroshete isala saraki morakana sekereteshe oso orokonosoro shetreki maretea sala sekiama horokoneshete sakanyate konotoreteshe lasireteshiki amanaterese koananana yatoto una karete mayetakesh estekia. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, every word you said, I could have it's as if you've mirrored my own experience, and thank you. What a beautiful way to say what light languages can do. Nia isha toshima ki ita shanolori hakala ita luzonocha ianamali intaki shanota ili hakatake lizinebajo otakiela jenati inamalakate ilakota pokoyana tekea. It was as if I was hearing you say, from all of your beingness, Mia'i Hasha, I recognize your love. I recognize your light. I recognize your essence. I recognize you. I recognize the cells within you. I recognize your light. I recognize everything about you. It was as if you were literally saying this, not just to me, but to all of us. And as soon as you start to speak, and I've never heard her speak light language before, so as soon as I hear her speak light languages, it's as I know you, I recognize you, I speak your language. Yashanatea, Iana. And even right now, the word namaste comes to mind. And my guide said to me, Mahala. They said to me, Mahala, they said, will be your word that symbolizes that the light within you illuminates the light within me, and the light within me illuminates the light within you. And together we illuminate greater, the light of all that is. And I felt as if everything you said was like the essence of that. I am beyond excited to meet you and greet you and see you face to face and hear your voice and feel your energy, because I could feel your energy all this time through all of the comments and just the loving that you pour out. And this is when I'm beyond in love. Beyond in love with all of this is when this happens, and you have no idea how much I needed that today. No idea. So wow, asking it is given, you guys, because like I was asking and I'm receiving exactly what I needed today. Because I even said to Bree, some days it's days like this when I'm so wrapped up in all of that, my own 3D emotions and everything going on, that I find it difficult to present myself. And yet it's as if as soon as we enter the room together, it all evaporates. And this is all that matters. And so thank you for that. That was my heart. And I was told to wear green today. So I was like, I'm all about heart energy today, you guys. I'm like, woo. and Bree's got pink too. So that's the high, crystalline pink, energy. So, and yesterday I was wearing pink and blue. So anyway, but thank you so much. That was absolutely extraordinarily beautiful.
Thank you, Marty. Thank you so much. I want to ask you quickly, because I think I caught what you said right at the beginning. You said, if I heard this correctly, you randomly found somebody speaking light language online, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I could do that too. And then it started to come through you too. Well, hey, there you go. I think that has probably happened to a lot of people. And if they don't understand, or let's say they're watching a video where nothing is said about it, there's no information, it's just somebody speaking, they might be like, what the heck just happened? What is this, and what just happened to me? I mean, this is not a it's not like this happens to people and they always automatically are like, oh, this is natural and I've done it in many lifetimes. So that's amazing that you were so immediately.
And so many people have said that to me too. Like, I just happened to watch your video, or just like me, I just happened to come across, well, I was introduced, the first time I heard light language, it was actually during a Bashar event, believe it or not, many, many years ago. That was the first time something happened to me. And I realized, oh, not only do something happened just with the light languages, and then also with being a hybrid mother. It was like it happened, I think, almost in watching the same, or maybe it was the same event. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Same period of time several years ago. So it was like those two things I was supposed to hear and see to connect something in me. So that, yeah. Anyway.
Really cool. It's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. And I hope as these continue that we can hear more from you and we can talk more about your experiences, because
a lot more.
Channel, right, Charamati? You have a channel, and you post light language videos on that. Do you have a website also?
Yeah, not for. I have a website. I can put it in here. It is not like, yeah. I will let.
And your YouTube, your YouTube channel too, because we always like to make sure people share. We like to share the links of the things that we talk about, so that you guys, if you want to refer back to them and check out other people's channels, that's something that we'd like to do. And I was very, very excited to hear that you actually started using it out in the world, and that you were guided. I forgot to mention that you were guided to use it as an alchemy with other healing modalities. I think all of us have now. I think each and every one of us are beginning to understand, okay, this is another element that we need to add to what we already know. And and you're seeing this now in galactic Reiki, angelic Reiki. But at the end of the day, you guys, the certification, the paper, it's all about the awareness. It's all about the knowing and the remembering. Like, I actually feel like I've absorbed all of the cosmic kitties. Oh my God, that's so funny. I actually feel, I forgot what I was going to say. I feel like I've actually absorbed something. I was like, wait, what was I going to say? I just got to tell you guys, the cosmic kitties, if you haven't caught some of the earlier hangouts, was it the first or second one? I forget already. But Ivy's kitties, or Star Village, Ivy's kitty was, mama was getting ready to give birth. And so we were all speaking light languages to the kittens, and she gave birth the next day. So I've been calling them the cosmic kitties. And so she's been sending me pictures of their progress all along. And now they're just furry little, cute little kitties. And oh my God. So anyway, she sent me a picture today, and I sent it to Bree. So she could show us the cosmic kitties. But so anyway, it's like I keep, me, I'm like a ping pong ball, you guys, or whatever you call that, a pinball machine. I'm like,
that reminds me of your Akashic, what was that? Parallel reality specialist. Fractal. Oh, I don't know. That gets into a whole nother conversation.
And Will said what? Lake 7 in Armenia. That's where I have heard that light language before. That Will said that in the side chat. Meaning,
that's interesting.
Okay,
that's exactly where I was brought when you started speaking the language. Shashikata Ariana no Uruhuta Ariuti Tikarimi Skari Shaka Urahatakanimiskaya.
That was awesome. Do you want to reply? Sharamati, do you want to? I just want to make sure you know I was talking to you. Do you want to reply to Will?
Yeah. I was kind of like not listening to what was going on. I was like, light languages is coming through right now.
Yeah, we understand.
Konotoro ushonoto ishiki isalasonoturo ko okoronoshite ki karatushite. I was listening to Will last time and I was like, oh my gosh, I love him because I love his voice and I like what I couldn't understand, like, you know, mentally what he was saying, but it was like, yeah, my heart already understood everything. It's like, it's awesome. Thank you, Will. I love your light language.
Gratitude, same back at you. Urahata kaniya, ta arahata ursaya. And Shiny, I love you, Sean. Sukotonara with the Arisia Chikaya.
Sean, hi, Sean. So, wow, you guys. Okay, so we've also got Sean here who just popped in from Ireland. Ivy, Earthstar Village, she's here in my neck of the woods, kind of in the Tennessee area here. We've got Dolores over here, who's in Croatia. And where are you at, Don?
I'm in North Van, Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada. See, I didn't even know that.
I thought you were in New York for some
I
reason.
had no idea that you lived in
Hey,
Canada.
Canada.
I don't know why I just never didn't. I apologize for never asking.
Okay.
That's awesome.
But see, this is what I wanted to say is representing every corner of the world, just like she said. This has been one of the most delightful things for me is meeting all of you from all over the world, and that we're joining here and sharing all of this, like you said, and starting these communities and meetups, and that's, you know, all of this stuff is all about changing our vibration and our reality. And so thanks to all of you for helping me change my reality and my vibration today. And thanks to all of you guys out there, Daniel, hey, you guys, Taylor, yep. Thank you so much, Jody, Marla. Just so happy that you guys are all here and, you know, and hanging out with us and asking questions and joining us. So, and thank you so much. Nia Sota, and see how even now we have how many more connections have already been made just in the last few minutes that we started new I shouldn't say new connections, let's just say reunions. So who would like to share? Anne Marie, would you like to? Oh, I know Dolores does too.
Yeah. Hey, people, your love is so contagious.
Aw.
I love that. Our love is so contagious.
Every time more and more. Maravanne to shinara kantaranaya. Yarana nehetu mara ntarake. Rahwana tora mianana ntera. Yahnero vara nana nekea. Sharmati, hello. I'm very glad that you are here, and I have to say that your light language is so familiar to me. Very, very strong. I feel it very much. Meranentara, Variano, Hendrikit Ariana, Neheyo, Ramana Nahante Karenahayo. And I'm very much, I'm so happy every Wednesday to meet all of you and to share with you light language, love, and light, and everything that in that field expand and be here. And Maranno Vadahantreya, Kalarana Hintiyo Kondanaha, Miyarana Handie Katarana Vahyono Ontara Antalareyanake. Miwa, Maranekea, Maranahayo, Lanehe Kete Eyanaha. Yohva, Yohveyo, Trinaye, Yantra, Ntravanayo, Ntraneheyo. Lihlekla, Lihleyo, Yahanno, Avaranti, Anamaranako, Nte, Ndikaramanahan. For now, that's later I will say something more, okay? Welcome. I'm happy. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Yeah, Shota, as always. The Akoshana Telehina Kaliasa po Oshotoki Alikisana so Sanajabo Okoyata Ikiasana Sele La Hishanapo Okoyatea Kayata Shanatea Kayashana Soya. Oh, yes. I love that you
Nakete.
love that you said that. Your love is contagious here. I just love it. I love that our love is contagious.
It was strong, so beautiful.
I was going to ask you, Sean, if he wanted to speak next because Sean's in Ireland and but he actually popped out. So if you're out there, Sean, and want to hop in and speak some light languages, please do. That would be awesome. Anne Marie, since you haven't been here yet, would you like to say hi and share something with us today?
I would love to. Thank you so very, very much. Can you hear me? Everybody's good?
Yes,
Can you
very
hear me?
well. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So
Yep.
first I wanted to say that symbol of the 13 is an ancient Greek symbol, and it is represented by 3 bent legs. It's an ancient symbol. You can find it in art history. I have a bachelor's in art history, and the second I saw that from the last video you did, that's the image that came to my mind, because you
Interesting.
see it in Greek restaurants, you see it in Crete.
I did not
and
know
if-
that.
Yeah, so
What
if
does
you
it
look,
represent?
I don't know. I'm
I was just curious. We'll have to look it up, you guys.
I
Okay,
have to
somebody
look it up. I have to look it up, but that is also an ancient Greek symbol.
Wow.
And it's totally fascinating. So my name is Anne Marie. I am, I've been speaking light language for about a year, a little bit over a year. It had coincided with my spiritual growth and spiritual awakening. And it kind of just burst. I was listening to a channeling session of somebody I was following at the time, and then all of a sudden I was driving, and then all of a sudden I started speaking uncontrollably, and it was very shocking. I knew what was happening, so I didn't freak out too much, but I did freak out. And I actually knew Linda already, Linda Lee. So I think, if I recall, I sent my video, because I popped on my cell phone video and I started to record myself. And I think I sent it to a group of people in my spiritual group, and I sent it to Pamela Erilyn, and I sent it to Linda Lee. Basically they were like, chill, it's your path. It's going to start to flow. So just get used to it. It's no big deal. It's a very wonderful thing. So, yeah, I was a Reiki master already. And then now that the light language, now that it is a part of who I am, it just takes over. It just takes over when I do my healings and I channel light language. I channel higher dimensional beings, ascended masters, galactic beings. I also channel different languages. I have channeled a collective, and they're funny, these guys, a collective from Orion, the Orion, I call them the Orion Collective. And the language that they channel is just hilarious. I can see if I can tap into them for you and give you an example of their
Oh, yeah,
language.
we would love that.
It's hilarious. I do have a YouTube channel, Anne Marie, The Art of Healing. If you want to go and listen, I have posted their transmissions through me, and then eventually I speak English,
Well,
so you can get the.
I have a question, Anne Marie. So the Orion beings from the Orion Council that Krista Reza channels, they come to her as or they are snail-like type beings. Can you tell me a little bit about, do you see or feel the beings? And do you?
No. This is what I said. Jovial Jabba the Hutts.
Oh my God.
That is, I'm getting chills
Oh my
all
God.
over.
Something told me to ask you, are they snail
Holy
beings?
crap, monkeys.
Oh
You have
my,
no
I'm all
idea.
tingling, you guys. I'm
Me
not
too.
kidding me.
Squeak. Oh, dear, not war. You
God.
do it, dear.
And I
Yeah, what?
talk to Orion
They're
Council
here.
all
They're
the time.
Here. You want to hear it? You want to hear
Yes.
it? They're here. Okay. 灭火也过新年，我也walk is 灭火 Dios mío, cuñao, ocha, ya, me quieto. Oye, mahoye, mahuatus, oye. We enjoy you very much. We enjoy this interaction. Thank you for this opportunity. We do come from the Orion Collective, and we have chosen this being for a very long time to bring our message. We send love, light, and blessings to this beautiful blue planet.
Oh my God, I'm cracking up, you guys. Oh my God.
Oh, that is so special.
I thought of you right away, Bree. I swear to God, Bree has spoken this language before.
This feels really strangely familiar.
And I have had the Orion Council come to me, but until I started hearing Krista talking, and then one day when she said that they were snails or like that kind, I was like, oh my God, you're kidding. I have snails that stick to my house all the time, and I'm just like, God. For real? And I'm always looking at Orion. I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh, Bree, you got to try it. You totally have to try it.
I don't think this is a snail. It goes on and on and on and on. It goes on. That's amazing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Thank you.
Just that, Anne-Marie, that energy that comes through. I was you're right. I was so jovial and so loving and so it was like my heart. It was like my heart started laughing.
You can't help it. You can't help it. It's just too. Yeah, they're fun. I love them. I love them a lot.
I can tell that they like to have fun.
Yeah, they've come through many, many times for me, and they have always sent messages of you must love and not be so serious and be fun and enjoy yourselves. Yeah. There's no need to be so serious. Connect with your inner child and just live in joy and have fun. Yeah. That's always been basically
that
their
was
message.
Awesome.
Well, isn't that
my
exactly
crown
what the world
my
needs?
My third eye is killing me.
Exactly.
I bet. But I mean, really, looking at the world earlier, right before we got on this call, you know what I was doing? You know, Wendy's talking about being emotional. I suddenly had an outburst of crying. It was very short, but I was suddenly massively frustrated at just like the human condition on this planet, like the human mentality, the human mindset, the way that, you know what triggered it for me? An advertisement. Some advertisement playing on my phone. And my response was, I cannot believe I'm hearing these words come out of this advertisement. Like, this is a good idea to trick people into some garbage and, use their emotional. Anyway, it just got me so upset. But it's like, we could use some more fun.
I wanted to say hi to Dave yelling out there, and Dave's coming to our event. Yep.
Dave.
He's coming to our event. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. We'll talk about it later anyway.
Yeah,
we'll share the details of our event later. But I wanted to thank him and thank all of you who are signing up and attending at our event in Florida. It's going to be a blast. Well, I know Will's coming and Dave's coming, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. But and so Will says in the side chat, be more Pleiadian, don't be so serious.
Like serious. There's
Ranger Mike.
There's the dog star.
Serious.
Again.
What perfect.
Thanks, Ranger. That is really funny. Oh my gosh. Well, Anne-Marie, I'm enamored with your different language. I can't wait to go to your YouTube channel and listen to more of that. That's what I've been looking for. I've been looking for people like you that channel what you do, because there's a lot of like, I'm going to bring through this divine, angelic, amazing. Whoa! Okay, well, like sometimes you don't feel like listening to that, you know? We're always indifferent. So sometimes I'm like, I don't want to listen to the beautiful angels singing. I want to listen to something else. And that is so cool. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's wrong. What do you say, Will?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Don, would you like to share next, Don?
Okay, let's give it a shot. I don't know who this is going to be. It might be an aquatic. I don't know. I've been doing a few aquatics lately. What End of comment.
Did you get a feeling for what kind of a being that was? And then when you said end of comment, it kind of really solidified what I saw.
Crustacean, I think.
Really?
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. That's very awesome. So now we had snails today and crustaceans. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. When we can begin to really wrap our minds around this stuff, that's why we have these gatherings, because you're not crazy.
And I can also increase the frequency of something by just going like this, just by waving my hands, and it actually amplifies it in a sense.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I even see behind you. I see there's a pillow behind you, and it's got 3. What is that? Ducks or something? What is that? 3 somethings on it. And then there's also something with a water. It looks like a water feature behind you.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So here we're again, water aquatics. Yesterday I was on the water, and I was mesmerized by what I was receiving, you know, in the clouds and the sun and the water. And it was just really crazy. And it's funny because I love taking pictures of all this stuff and sharing it, but again, it's like almost like it just doesn't come through the way I'm seeing it actually, but at least we're, you know, putting it out there. So lots of interesting water related, you know, energies, I think right now going on too. Well, and it's the sun's in Cancer, you know, so it's that, you know, if we're looking at it from the astrological standpoint, it's in a water sign. So
good timing.
And also, Don, I just wanted to thank you too for your postings all the time. And he's always gives us a little kind of a journal synopsis of his day, and is always very gracious about mentioning, you know, coming here and sharing and what we do here in the light languages. And it's always just interesting to see and hear your perspective. So it's really nice. Thanks for sharing that every day. And hey, I got to give you a lot of credit, because, you know, even just to sit and do a few minutes post every single day and showing up is not always easy. And so, you know, I just like to point that out, because it's, you know, those of us that are showing up and put ourselves out there, and it gives everyone else permission to come and do the same, to just put yourself out there and be bold, be bright, be wonderful, show your gifts and abilities, be amazing. Don't be afraid. Or actually, just do it scared. Because then the fear disappears. So it's like, you can't even say, don't be afraid. But you begin to realize that, you know, fear is vaporous. Anyway, who would like to share next? Thank you, Don. Or if anybody else wants to keep sharing. And there was a couple things I wanted to mention from the comments as well. Ivy, would you like to share and tell us about what's going on with you and your languages and your kitties and your Earth Star Village? I'm very happy to hear you've got some more land clearing going on and some new campers.
Yeah, the guys may come down and I'll have to pay them when they do. I don't know when they're coming, when they finish. We've got a couple of Mexican guys up there clearing the land. Oh my God, it's hot up there too. Bless their hearts. I guess they'll feel like home.
Yeah, it's hot. I'll tell you
that.
what, here, yeah,
Any-
even today in Tennessee, it's in the hundreds. Well, that's what it feels like, but it's in the upper 90s, and it feels like the hundreds because the humidity's so high. So yeah, it's pretty toasty out there.
Yeah, I had to find a cooler room in the house. You know, I've got high ceilings, so there's pockets of cooler air. You know, I don't have air conditioning. I stay kind of in touch with the elements, which is really cool. There's been so many levels of things going on, like getting the camp places going. We advertise through a platform called Hip Camp, which is sort of like Airbnb except for camping. And we had it last year, and nobody got in touch with us. I was like, oh man, this is So I updated the website this year and, you know, looked into it. And I think that what the deal is, it's something that's been out west and it's starting to move east. So it's just catching on. So we're right in the beginning of it. So we've got a bigger party coming this weekend. And it was like, of course we weren't prepared ahead of time last week or this week, but that's okay. You know, the earth is there and that's really all that matters. I advertise it as primitive, so they get what they get. And it's to me, it's more of I list it as a retreat space, but not as a retreat space where a bunch of people go and have a retreat together and do that, but you know, where maybe just a solitary person goes and gets in touch with themselves and nature and the woods and stuff like that. Okay, that's not good. Anyway, so we've got the land thing going on. And the kittens are getting ready, so we'll have fall babies. And we'll have, you know, a few little bundles of love to send out to people so that they'll have 15 years of therapy, you know, per bundle. So that's my justification. It's like, I get to give you 15 years worth of therapy right here. Boom. So that's my contribution that way. And the other levels. Wow. Water is a big part of it. And there's different levels of the water. You know, we can start with, I've got spring water here. And it's kind of a gravity system, and then we pump it into the house. So it's not a low maintenance system. And there was a period of time when our pump was out for about 6 months, and I had to carry the water from the spring into the house. And I got really groovy with it, you know, just because it was so sacred. It is so sacred. We didn't have to dig a well in the mountains, just letting it flow freely to us. And the water is the blood of the mother, and we're made of it. And I feel really strongly that I've been drinking this water that's straight from the mountain for the last 25 years, and I am that water. I'm just infused with it. There's a little spark of me in the bag of the spring water that's walking around, and I feel like that's part of, you know, when I go around other people or other beings, that I vibe out to them or whatever. And then the topic of water beings and stuff has been coming up lately with the mermaids and mermen and stuff like that. So it's like every time I connect, whether I'm just taking it in or actually interacting with other people, I get more pieces to the puzzle and more answers, but every piece and every answer just is a load of more questions with it. It's like, oh man, I got this, but now I gotta find out that.
Well, that's the human journey, isn't it?
Yeah, the process of expansion. And
yeah, we're learning answers and then asking more questions.
But I love the idea though I like that idea that you're starting a community with the land that you have, to invite people to just come and just be alone, be in their sacred space, and provide a space for people to do that. I think that's really great. And even, you know, people someone in my own family is going through that, and they're actually in a tent and just trying to figure things out. And just, you know what I mean? And so I think that there's a lot of healing that can take place. So, and happy
and I've
birthday.
got such.
I was gonna say happy birthday to all the Cancerians. My son's is my youngest son's actually his birthday is on July 3rd, as you guys already knew from last week. So yeah, happy birthday to all you all you water.
Happy birthday, happy belated birthday to Charamati. She just said her birthday was on 7/7, which is amazing.
And what a great birthday, 7/7.
I know, right? That's a pretty cool birthday, girl. That's my favorite number, so I might be biased.
Yes, cool. Yes, it is. But so I think that's really great, though, Ivy, that you're doing that. That's nice that you were guided to do that.
Yeah. It's, just like sharing, my art. I want to, share this space because it's really special. It's a lot of sacred spots on it.
And Ivy makes Ivy makes beautiful art glass. She does cut glass art, and it's actually really beautiful. Just lovely, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff.
Thank you.
Speaking of water,
they're supposed to be.
I'm sorry. There's a bad connection, Ivy, so it's like always slow when you. Yeah, sorry about that. What were you saying?
I forgot. You were about to say something about water?
Oh, yeah. Well, somebody Taylor just commented in the YouTube live chat. Sirius is connected to Atlantis in the water, isn't it? I feel it.
Well, I've felt the definite. Well, obviously, Sirius is connected to water and that sort of thing as well, and a lot of aquatic beings. So usually my guides would say to me, if you're asking the answer's in the question. So the reason you're asking it is because you already know the answer, and that it's just a confirmation, for us. So that would be my take on that.
Interesting. Yeah, I never thought about Sirius and Atlantean
ties. And the ties to all of that, and the pyramids, and because think about the pyramids too, Bree, and the pyramid and the water, and how the water, we know for a fact now, the water any water that surrounds or is within a pyramid changes its molecular structure. It's proven. So, it's not just, speculation anymore.
Yeah. Those videos of where they take a water bottle and they put it in the center of a pyramid and they wait a certain amount of time, and then they'll pick it up and they'll shake it, and instantaneously the whole thing turns to ice. It's so cool. You could watch it. There's actual videos about it.
It's really amazing stuff.
The top of the pyramid, the energy runs faster than the bottom, so it's almost like a time vortex inside it alone. So yeah,
that is pretty cool. Hey, I was going to say something about pyramids and stuff, but
I wanted to. Can I
go ahead,
update you? I did a quick search, and I wanted to update and correct what I said. It wasn't Crete; it was Sicily.
Oh, okay.
The flag of Sicily and the flag of the Isle of Wight. Two things. The Isle of Wight is 3 legs with armor on it.
Okay.
And the flag of Sicily is 3 legs with, I believe, it's either wings or like a floral symbol. I don't quite remember.
Wow.
But
that's interesting. The Isle of Wight. Wow.
Isle of Wight.
That gave me a ripple that in through my system when you said Isle of Wight. And I'm sure Will can attest to that all of a sudden I just like Isle of Wight. It totally, I was thinking about something else, and as soon as you said Isle of Wight, it took me right away to something else. So very interesting. And then Sharyumati says, yes, bringing the light. And so very interesting how that, anyway, wow. And I also, for some reason, have always been very interested in Greek mythology, have written reports in high school about Greek mythology. And I actually wrote a report when I was a kid about, in high school, about, that was like my main report. And it was not just on Greek mythology, but it was about what you guys are talking about today too, about how we, even to this day, still use those archetype images in our advertising. That even Mercury, the messenger, with, you know, the feet with the flying wings, and, you know, what was that for FTD florist or something. So the whole idea of behind my report was about how subliminally we are still using these symbols, and we use it in our advertising. And it's really weird, you guys, because when I made the report, it's almost as if I was channeling even then, and they were showing me how these are breadcrumbs. These are ways that you guys are still waking yourselves up by using sacred geometry and these images. And they're also using the Greek gods and goddesses and mythology and all of that. And you use the names, you use it in your cars, you use it for, you name things even after them, and you use their symbolism and their images. And then you begin to associate then that marketing, that company, with that mythological shape. And I think this, if you guys start looking and really looking, you'll start to see it everywhere, things that we never even realized. So thank you, Anne Marie, for pointing that out too, about that symbol, because I had to wonder about these symbols too, that even though they were brought to us, you know, through Bashar, and yet we've seen them before. We've seen them lots of places before. So that really makes me wonder, okay, the answer's in the question, you guys. I already heard it. Duh. Yes, of course. You know, yes, of course they were brought long before you guys figured out. And why do you think you were using them, and blah, blah, blah. And then when he comes in and says, oh, by the way, these are from Sirius, it's like, oh, wait, everything's right now.
Yeah.
Everything's right now. Everything's right now.
So, Wendy, I have to point out another synchronicity.
Please do. I love those.
I'm here in my mom's house in Florida, Newport Richey, Florida. And I went to junior college in Tarpon Springs, which is a huge Greek community. And I also did a paper on mythological references and the mobile symbol of Pegasus and all that. So,
oh my God,
I got you, girlfriend.
See,
and of course, I have the same dress you were wearing last Wednesday.
That's right, you guys. I forgot to tell you. She sends me a message to the comment. She's, oh, and by the way, I have that same dress you're wearing, and it was a blue dress. Yep. So we were talking about blue and Sirius and all of that, and blue Pleiadians, and so I had to laugh about that too, you guys, because Bree and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Jim Charles channeling, and he channels a being. He's a blue Pleiadian, and his name is Lakesh, and he describes himself as being, how does he describe himself? Like the blue Pillsbury Doughboy or the blue Michelin Man or something. He says, that's what I look like. I'm just big and puffy and blue.
Yep, that's what he says. Yep. That's what people see him too.
Kind of like, and so I pictured kind of like a blue Jabba the Hutt, you know.
Oh, right back to Jabba the Hutt.
Exactly. That's why I thought of it. That's what's like. It's almost like Lakesh just came in the room and said, "Hey, don't forget about me."
Oh my gosh, Lakesh! There are some ridiculous videos.
He's so funny
on like early Hucolo.
He's so funny.
Early Hucolo library, long years and years ago. There's some really ridiculous conversations that Lakesh had in the channeling sessions.
Oh, and Anne Marie. Will says Will's in St. Pete. He says he's coming to visit. So see, you guys,
Yay!
we're making unit.
Cool.
I don't know what I was gonna say.
I have nothing to do this week, so hit me up.
That reminds me, you guys. Well, first of all, Will, I want to make sure. Will, hey, do you wanna say something else? Speak some languages. Send them some blessings. Say something about light language in general.
Oh, I can speak.
Oh, and it's 2:22 my time, you guys, and so there's a couple. Yeah, and I also wanted to address a couple of questions in the chat too. So go for it, Will. And thanks for coming to our event.
I wouldn't miss it. It's only 4 hours away. So I hear you speaking. I'm just laughing here. I wanted to build on what Charamati said early, the very first thing, that the Uru Haskanani is, that light language comes from the heart, and that we're not in the headspace, we're not in the ego. Just imagine if we can speak normally from our heart centers. And that's what light language is going to teach us how to live in the heart center or be in the heart center longer. And when we hear somebody speaking, we can see the truth behind it. See what they're meaning to say behind it. Instead of hearing the words and breaking it up and analyzing it and going, you didn't say that right, so I'm mad now. That's a lot of work to get mad over something like that. I would much rather laugh. Yeah, don't give me the open mic.
Ana se ki ato I kwa ki ata isa toro kia paliki. So not to say kokayata ilaki maliki. So I was looking for a drawing that I made after last week's hangout, and it was kind of inspired there by your wall there, William. And it was funny because as I was drawing it, even Bree says Will's gonna laugh. But the funny thing is, you guys, there was 2 pages of symbols that came through. And wait, was it? Yeah. Wait a second.
It was last week.
Okay, I thought I was having deja vu for a minute, you guys, there when we were talking about 13.
It was 13
Oh
last
my
week.
God.
Also. Last Wednesday, the date equaled 13 also.
I just realized that. I was like, okay, am I freaking out, or did last week also equal 13, you guys? Because I had shared this. I can't remember if I think I shared it at the end of the hangout, these symbols that had come through. And then afterward, and I just realized when I looked down, I said, oh my God, last week equaled 13 too, you guys, 2 weeks of transformation in a row. No wonder I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these things that came through. And I swear I was like looking at the bricks on your wall there after we hung out, Will. These were coming through I was drawing these while we were in the after hangout, after we went off the air. I was finishing this up, and then I realized I heard in my head, they said, and it was just what you were just talking about. They said, those are the bricks that you guys are laying. You're building a new foundation. And I got ripples through my body when I heard them say that to me. The bricks, you are all the bricks. They said to me, you are the bricks and the bricklayers building a new foundation. And this really meant a lot of things to me on a lot of layers, including social media platforms. Hi, Eva, if you're out there, if you're watching, love you. I know we need to hang out. We're building it, all the new stuff, you guys, with a new vibration. You are all the bricks and the bricklayers. And so very, very powerfully strong message had come through that. And it really was inspired there by looking at those bricks behind Will last week. And I was seeing the black and the white, and they were showing me a new balance, a new way of living, black and white. There was so much other information that was being pushed at me. Swear to God, you guys, just looking at those bricks, I was like, I was getting all these messages and subliminal stuff, and how this is what happens when you start tuning into yourself, when you start tuning into the universe, when you start tuning into your guides, and they start flooding us with information. Just like all of us have said today, once you start, it's like a faucet. It just will not stop unless you wish it to stop, But so I wanted to share that with you guys. And because I really thought, I'm like, was I going crazy, or was it really the number 13 2 weeks in a row? That is crazy, crazy. Woo! Thanks, Will.
You're welcome.
I know you got more to say.
I do. Eventually today, personal request, Nahatiskananayo Hoto Ur Hasakawa. Isananaya tataria shasha. If I could hear from my ladies, Natakoskonos, I would like to send them some love. Nohota uruhusa, ishashaya arahanani sakayata. But I do want to share, so I want to give props to Katie, because this morning she triggered the connection of the day. So let me share with some of the information that the basic attraction and transformation and how we that our vibe attracts our tribe. One thing, that's the first half, but the other half of the coin is if your tribe does not have your vibe, go find your tribe then. Go find your real tribe. Go hang with the people that you resonate with. And that's what this hangout is about. It's we're hanging together because yeah, I feel your goosebumps popping up. Because it's all now, but every now we're remembering from older nows our connection. And
Can I come through? I'm just
yeah,
about
please.
to explode.
Yeah, I know.
Mahunini wayakutes ella ketikes meya wahu inskaye wanyema mehanine wayakes kuti kete wayesuye kamane wetia ke se waitia mama ke wahi waye unske peye manewe ehuaye ke waya fuoye manyema se kuate keteke heme he wasia unske teke. Thank you.
I get we're going to explode. I get that. Explode. Let me get this out. That was wonderful. So I want to thank you. Am I? Oh, I must be.
No, I was just realizing that it's 11 and not 13. As someone so eloquently pointed out, I was like, oh, wait, it's my number 11. It's not 13.
I was just looking at that.
I'm like, I messed up, you guys. I'm like, oh my God. And you know what's even weirder? I've used 11 so many times, it's actually fallen out of my book.
How am I not surprised?
I'm like, and then somebody's going, they're like, wait a minute, today doesn't equal 13, it equals 11. Thanks, you guys. See how off how off my game I am. And it's even my own number, crying out loud.
It's okay. Math is hard.
Time
is hard. I can't read that. Like keep moving it. So
and this is a mathematician. I'm sorry. Did I not? Okay, I'll keep it steady longer. I'm sorry. There we go. I'll talk a little longer, and I could click on myself, but that's okay. I'll just keep talking for just a second. So anyway, this is another Syrian symbol for the number 11, which is realize. So now that I've realized, that does not surprise me. See, you guys?
Now that I've realized.
Oh, God.
Oh, we needed to laugh.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I needed a lot of levity today. So leave it to Will and all you guys to help me laugh. So thank you so much.
It's okay, right?
Oh, you guys, I love you guys out in the chat too. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thanks for bearing with me.
Will says new math, 13 equals 11. Now we have a new system of numerology to go off.
Oh my God. Oh, you guys, I'm cracking up. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, guys. Daniel's like, oh no, that equals 11. I'm like, oh, whoops.
Hey, as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh wait. Now you see
Oh,
Hawaii.
there you go, guys. There's a
Yeah.
moment of vulnerability for you.
Do you guys know, I don't know exactly what the dates were, but we just passed through an energy portal. It's been these past
Yes.
I don't know if it was 2 weeks.
Well, it's been definitely while we've been in the process of during these hangouts, which I found was very interesting that I was guided to, start these hangouts when we were. So
Yes, the 7/7 portal. Yes. But I was hearing information about like there being like a massive influx of high vibrational energy just recently. It was like the eclipse. Maybe it's just the eclipse container. I don't know what other word the ends
well,
of
this
the
is
book
like the next wave, you guys, of like from the 2012. This is like this like another like I don't want to say the bookend because that kind of implies completion, but it is kind of like a completion.
There's a lot happening right now. Yeah. There's been such massive shifts. I think that we're all having some really interesting things happen in our lives right now, and things are just kind of bubbling up and people are acting interesting. And at least that's been in my life, what I've been experiencing. So I think that's extra reminder for us to be extra gentle with ourselves, drink extra amounts of water,
Lots of water.
Treat yourselves extra nice, extra self-care, right?
It really is the master's class, you guys. And, everyone loves my little apple, the teachers of the teachers. Thanks, Mom. And that's what this is all about. And it's interesting, these synchronicities we talk about and the breadcrumbs we leave for ourselves. And eventually we start to understand, wow, it really is the way that is the laws of the universe. It's not an exception. It's the rule. It's me showing myself I'm creating my own reality. It's kind of funny. Many, many years ago, gosh, it was probably back in maybe 20 or 30 years ago, I went to this place, and so many different synchronicities, even with the name of the pub. And it was funny. I was just looking down at this coaster that I've had for all these years, and there's a fox on it. It's called the Thirsty Fox. And what's interesting about this is that Bree would know, the significance of that with Willa Hillichrising, one of the beings that is 700 years technically upline from us, brought to us through Bashar. And I became very, very connected to her and her energy and the idea of the 5 levels of mastery. And so for some reason, I was guided to share that with you guys right now, this idea of the fox, and to remind all of us that our animal collectives are always sending us information. Even if an ant walks by your path, it would behoove us to invite us to look further into those things. Okay, what is an ant totem? Maybe it has a message for me. Well, they all do. Every single thing in your reality is you talking to you, your higher self talking to you, your guides talking to you, everything, every single thing. And the things that I use for permission slips and all of this stuff have been a part of my own journey. And if it works for you, then it works for you. So if you're loving it, you're passionate about it, it's part of you. It's part of what you're supposed to be doing here. And that includes speaking or drawing or toning or energy healing or understanding. Like Don said, I know now, whatever I just intended just happened because I said so and because I believe so. And I believe it without a shadow of a doubt. And that's what true faith is about. If we, from the outside of religion standpoint, true faith is knowing. It's knowing you really do have everything you need to do, when you need to do it, how you need to do it, even if you don't see it that way. And light languages helps us see the world from that perspective. And I would be the first to admit I was anything but being grateful. At times during these last few weeks. And it's in those times when I'm acutely aware of how, when I'm in that vibration, oh yeah, we create our own reality. No doubt about it, because I can look at the thing that I don't like and go, God dang it, I created that. And it helps us identify that. But it also helps us lose the judgment behind it and to understand and to be more compassionate, like Bree said, to be easier on ourselves, to be compassionate and loving and gentle with ourselves. And light languages help us do that. And I find that even when I'm at my most upset, and this has been brought up before, if I'm upset, should I not speak light languages? Or is it bad information or energy coming through? And I would say to you, no, absolutely the opposite. It's your heart talking to you. It's your higher self talking to you. It's your guides sharing with you, just like she said earlier, without ego. It's a clear bridge. Mm-hmm. It's a clear bridge. And we've been led to believe that we need something, somewhere, or someone else to be that bridge for us. And now we're understanding that is not only untrue, but it's completely disempowering. And that's exactly true too. Light languages are very empowering. They help us understand the way we create our own reality and how to immediately, if we decide to, shift our perspective and our state of being. And I even said that to Bree earlier, no matter what I'm going through, as soon as I turn on, the camera and you guys come in the room, all I feel is love, and all I can feel is the gratitude, even for those things that I see in my life and that are less than what I would consider, didn't really wish I would have created that. And I wanted to move really quickly into two things. I wanted to identify that there was a person who I believe a young lady, I can't say young because I don't know that, but anyway, a person, which I believe is a female, that's made a comment in last week's hangout that her light languages have been activated. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that if you guys are watching out there and don't speak it or want to come in the room, you don't have to be speaking light languages to join us in the room. On the contrary, that's part of the reason why we do these, so that if you do want to come in, you do want to get activated, or you want to be in the space with us, in the room with us, I don't want you guys to feel like you can't participate if you don't know or don't do any of this. It's the opposite. So I want all of you to feel free too, that if you don't, that's part of why we do this. So don't feel like you can't be here. Thank you, Don, for stopping in. I didn't see his note that he was leaving. So thank you for once again, for your participation, your languages, your information. Everyone has invaluable contributions to these hangouts. Even if you sit in here and don't say a word with your camera and your audio off, it doesn't matter. It's that you're there. So I just wanted to throw that out to you. Any of you who, may have resisted coming in, if you think that, well, I don't speak them and I don't, that's part of the reason why we do this, is to help people become activated. And if it's something you're interested. So anyway, I just wanted to thank that person for that comment, and whether it was these hangouts or not, but it led me to feel as if that was all a part of that person's awakening process and their light language activation. So I wanted to first say that. And I also wanted to say that, we could get in, which I would like to get into, and yet, of course, another hangout about, I really want to focus on a hangout, one of these webinars, a lot about the children and how we can and are changing our world, starting with the children, little children. And so that brought me back to the question about autism and all of that. And I like the word that it's not I think it was Daniel that said that too, that is not a disability. It's just a different type of ability. And light languages and music, but specifically sound healing and light languages, are a definite bridge and gateway to conversing with these children on their level. And we have to understand that it's, as mentioned, there's nothing wrong with them. I had a conversation with somebody not too long ago who, as many of us have body images that we don't want to go out in the world for different kinds of reasons because we aren't comfortable with the way that we look or so forth. And, and this also goes into a whole nother conversation that Bree and I, and things that we've been discussing about limitations and actually what is limitation, and limitation is truly the catalyst, for change and so forth. But how many of us look at ourselves and we look at our limitations, whatever they may be, physical or otherwise, and don't put ourselves out there in the world? And we are denying another person the permission to come out and be themselves by doing it scared and by walking out with this body image and realizing that you chose this for a reason and you must love it. And we can't change something we don't love because there's only going to be resistance. And at the end of the day, the answer was more about accepting oneself and loving oneself, not changing oneself. And meaning embracing all that you are. And of course, if there's thoughts and beliefs that when we say change, meaning, yes, I have things I want to expand and become aware of, but we chose our particular, whether it's the birthday, the path number, the line of work that we do, how we physically look, who our parents and our extended, all of that, we choose all that way in advance, like a play. and writing the script and setting up the scenes and where are you going to live and who's going to be this and that in the play. And these children, and sure, we can give a lot of reasons, and we're not going to get into that right now, about toxins and all of that stuff that we consider contributions to this situation. They're still here to teach us a new way of communicating. And just like we did in a reading the other day where that idea came up with the ability to now communicate with each other and our unborn children and our children in a way we never have before. And that, I believe, is their contribution for us to realize that, yes, it is them showing us a different way of presenting themselves to the world. And then I said to the person, I said, well, what about these people like Stephen Hawking? Should he have hidden himself from the world because of how he looked physically? He would have robbed us from one of the most magnificent minds in the ever created. So if we're hiding behind what we've chosen and not putting ourselves out into the world, we're denying and robbing not only our true beingness, but we're denying and robbing someone else of needing to see the other side of that reflection for them to not be afraid to go out in the world, regardless of how they feel about themselves, because by doing that, we change how we feel about ourselves. You can't do it the other way around. It doesn't work. And I truly believe that my embracing light languages, sharing them, channeling information, all the ways that I've evolved over the last 5 years and how we have been guided to present this information and gather, it's all been evolving. I want to thank all of you who've been watching my channel all this time, or if you just started, to those of you who, I was doing videos like almost every single day for 4 years. And I want to thank all of you for your own patience in my own process of helping me evolve. And also, it's not that I want to be doing them, and I plan to be doing them, and more regularly and more often. But there was a lot of things I needed to do and process in my own life. And Mercury retrograde, many of us have been taught, or that it's something bad, or that, I would say that it's an idea, it's an option for us to review, rethink, reevaluate our thoughts and belief systems, and also our technology backing things up. Of course, not making any major changes and decisions, but also understanding that if you have to, that's okay. It might just need to be rewritten. And sometimes that's okay too. But back to the autism is to understand that we are connecting with each other, and that light languages have brought to us a new way of connecting from the heart. And I believe that when we are sharing these light languages with children, and whether they're, however they're labeled, it gives an opportunity to speak telepathically with another being outside of speech. And as many of us have come to understand, many of the autistic children have come nonverbal on purpose, because they're teaching us how to interact on a different level. And even another, which I think I'll address another time, but even for the 4th of July in the United States, it represents independence. And even I got a huge download that morning about how you guys are so busy wanting to be independent, but you haven't yet begun to understand how interdependent you really need to be, and how interdependent you already are. And that you're also looking at that as a negative, yet is the only way you're going to understand the threads that run through all of you, all of us. And so that was a whole nother message, a very profound message, which kind of felt like its own kind of channeling thing. So, but at any rate, all of these things that we've all been experiencing, and it is another way of connecting with each other. All of this stuff that we're all experiencing, whether it's the symbols or drawings or paintings, light codes, light languages, speaking them, all of this is to teach all of us to be more compassionate and telepathic, and but yet to understand. One of the things I've learned this week too is that our telepathic capacity also doesn't mean we have to become the vibration, of something we don't prefer, as we're helping each other through it. It also teaches us that telepathy and being compassionate and telepathic is also about giving someone else their space to grow and be, and not judge, but yet also understand we don't have to pick up on that energy either. And you'll see billions of videos out there right on YouTube about empaths and how not to pick up other people's energy, And so we're also learning all of that too, that we're not independent, really. We're interdependent. And I believe that all of this and all of these gatherings and all of these channeled messages and these entities and everything that's coming through, I think, is teaching us all that we're the bricklayers, that we are really building this new foundation of a reality we all prefer. And all of you, in this room and watching and interacting are all a part of this whole new foundational process. Enola, hello, welcome. So I wanted to make sure that I addressed that question, and I'm going to take a little drink of water. If there's any other things that we wanted to discuss from out in the hi Nova, hi everybody, Sacred Geometry. I just want to say hi Taylor. Taylor, does that help a little bit answer your questions? This is a really deep subject, which Bree and I have wanted to get into on very, very deep layers, and it's like today, just there's not enough time to talk about that, but I'm so glad that you brought the subject up because it's very, very deep.
Yeah, I think that light language is going to help transform how we work with and interact with and understand, for instance, the autistic spectrum or autism spectrum or mental disorders in general. So yes, we will be focusing a lot more on those topics in many future events and things, because it needs to be taught. I strongly feel that needs to be taught, because in the future I see there being light language professionals that will go out and will work in residential homes.
I agree.
To help people who are sitting in the corner of the room alone all day long and they have nothing but what's going on in their head. Those people can be connected to the source beyond what they've been taught. And it can be through somebody simply just speaking from their heart, you know, and sometimes it's better if it's not the logical English words that are comforting. And sometimes we need something beyond that. And that's what I think light language can offer. So
Absolutely. And Bree and I have had this conversation for a really long time about children and even the ones that are already speaking light languages. And that's another thing. If there's parents out there who have children that are speaking light languages, I encourage you to bring them on if you like. And, you know, but they do need to be accompanied by an adult, to be in the hangout, by a parent. But I think it's important for people to know that too, that you may not even be aware of that, but there's a lot of kids right now that are speaking light languages already. They just wake up that way. So that's been also, I wanted to give the opportunity, Enola, I just wanted to say hi and welcome and just see if you wanted to say something and it's okay if you don't. I just wanted to offer the opportunity. That's all.
Yeah, new face. I haven't seen you before. Hello. Welcome. I know when somebody else is talking, I mute people just so there's not interruption in audio, but I never want to.
Exactly. It's all just for technical reasons, so we don't get feedback and everything. I want to say hi. Thank you to Anne Marie and thank you to Sean for stopping in too. And just really all of you who have contributed and Don, thank you so much again. So I really appreciate that. Hey, Bree, we'll put a note in there too about the new math. Could you read that? I just think it's awesome.
Yes. Okay. So he said, I don't know what you mean about Bree felt the solstice thing. I felt a lot.
Well, yeah, we did. I mean, we felt that it had something to do with the solstice. And so, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was really intense. He said we had the full moon in June, solstice, new moon / eclipse just recently, Sirius portal just recently, many solar storms, and the solar system is moving into a new energetic part of the galaxy. No big deal, right? That is what the age of Aquarius is all about.
Yep.
Thank you, Will.
And again, remember everybody, Jupiter and Sagittarius is all, still in the center of it's still in the center of the galaxy of the Milky Way. So powerful stuff that we're all reviewing about every aspect of our lives. So, you're not alone. That's one of the reasons why we do these. And they're not just only about speaking light languages, but they're about all of this. How does all of this affect this? And how does light language affect that? And I love, love, love how you guys are being guided and using it out there in the world, and how many of you have actually taken my channel, these events, all of this as a springboard to go and be amazing and go do this, whatever this is to you. So I love being a part of that. I love being a portal to that. That's even a synchronicity, just the word itself. For any of you who know me. So that, all of that, I've truly believed that I was, wherever I've lived and wherever you guys live, wherever we go and roam and gather, we go to places to open these portals for a reason. And we go to these places to go beam this energy for a reason. And each of us, a lot of us are getting, this push to even move where just move around, go somewhere new. And so I encourage everybody to go with that. Nothing's permanent. Everything's temporary. No place you have to stay permanently. But go with your guides, because a lot of times we're here to, we're always picking up this information from being guided. So,
I would like to address one of the YouTube
Yeah, I was just
comment.
looking at you and I are looking at the same thing at the same time.
Dolores, you unmuted. What's up, girl?
I
Go
want
for it,
to
girl. I know it's getting late for you up there in Croatia.
okay, it's no problem. Nelle neta ravagno kanda mahae, nella rahagno kutahavana hekite, naronna naharmakayo, aharanne tirova heia, ntaraneke, ntaravana mahagno kuturahaneke, larahentiono, larahanna keva hayane, yanelehea, hehe kintava, romme maraharanno kara ashakatntriava, Nilekleia teheriana tantaraha, mamuana tahamava hinte criate, lanya nakeyo mamama nakeyo, tihareneya kantra anamaone hentia kotaranaha, nihile rekamana hantina koho. Everything that talks to you in any kind of a way is seeking your attention and has the opportunity to wake you up. Is it human? Is it animal? It can be rain, it can be wind, it can be leaf, it can be cat, it can be mouse, everything to everyone. But light language is doing it on a special way, from heart to heart. Tarana mandi kuturana. It isn't important what do you think you are, what do you believe you are, how you look, what you think, how do you look, that do you have blue or green eyes, do you have a white or black skin, doesn't matter. Marmatyo karnava heya kentehe lanya notramana ha. Mind doesn't matter here, only heart. Ravagno nahe kirahayana naha mira naheya karnate nahrnama mahnakoya nahala ha. Only you have to do is listen and feel your heart. Taravane nahranokoyo imwamanahanya kitinta lera hanyako emveneheya ya kera amatoni ita iona nama nekeala yaranatyanake mana naharama kintana naha meller nahaya kinta. Allow yourself to speak freely, maranakentanaha, feel freely, taramana huntarayoho, listen freely, maramantano kitaayana, imranahamo manahante kreeya, yanate yanahartana, amramanahant kriana naha, leya hatyakanaha, be yourself freely, ramatono nohoyaka, ernekea, erhnena nti eviano, mawa akarenete terahanno kandaranaha, mayanake, amaranatayo, amanti nahrane namaste.
Mashiana iyama ana amante imanake. Izama shete inama yuna bokoa katasha sese. Minama inama lokoyama nashate alakania sata sopa iawako. Jenoto ya inama yi lehanakikia sonoto imashana deakia. Zonoto ya shamakia ama ananante. Sebo jonote ilakuta hamakakia. Joto eka. Bree, write that down. Mind doesn't matter here.
Got it.
Oh my God. That was so perfect. Nishadia Kodeva Ashota Yelakita Bosote Kelese, so Posha Maya Itones Kachalokoa Mote Shaliana Kolokuya Senosote. Mine doesn't matter here, only the heart matters. Ikoshodo Setelia Zajona Etikilambo Osonotoria. That is an example, you guys, of keeping it simple. Nazoto Sheataya. Mind doesn't matter here. Isoto Shemete, Ejanate. But I will expand on that too by I've always heard all my life, which also used to irritate me because it would remind me I create my own reality, is, mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Literally, guys, energy flows, right? Where the thoughts go, where the mind goes. So you cannot materialize something. You can't make it matter if it doesn't matter to your mind.
naman koya nahantreva mon kuti anno nahante laranyo kuti amanan kira lilu lellikintri akutava nyakaturia nannehan maranahan koto ella lehilkea rahora marne tatahashik ayananaha.
And there is not one thing that does not cross my path that I realize is a message for me, just as they're talking about in the chat. The spider, the mouse. I swear to God, you guys, I've had spiders on my porch. I had a mouse ran right through my legs the other day. I mean, right through. Scare the crap out of me. And guys, when I'm talking spiders in Tennessee, I'm talking spiders. They're enormous. And then there was a black snake. There was the bluebird, the yellow butterfly, the blue dragonflies, everything. Just as she said,
it can be your feelings. It can be your pain. It can be your sorrow. It can be your happiness. Everything that talks to you in any kind of way. Everything. Marananti na kavarahanne larna ntoya echiana amaranna manakantreya larna nanahekea yamanaha from inner or the outer world taramanyo tarakaya nehentiana hama. Mamane, mahmanavara kantana entroyonake. Yehna kantayo, yaharanaman nanakete ea, lahla kle, alahla aramate.
Thank you so much. Ajanotea aikia zanota elakia zano otosomoa. Shata elaki sonota ikia shata elakosomo oteshelaki. Wow, what a day, you guys. I hope that all of you, I hope your questions have been answered today. There always seems like there's never enough time, and Bree and I could do this another hour, but today we can't. So we've got lots of things going on and lots of lots of work that we're doing with the event, and just a lot of other stuff going on. So yeah, before I'd like to close out with blessings, I want to thank all of you out there really quick for your questions, your comments. Anytime you guys want to send me on my contact page on my website, and things that you'd like us to talk about or address or whatever. And yeah, Bree, let everybody know about our event, and then we'll kind of go through and take final blessings and close out for today.
All right, so we are closing out, but I want to talk about this comment really quickly before I talk about the event, before the blessings, because Jody Reiki Medium 333 said in the YouTube chat at the beginning of this, I'm wondering now if not speaking light language is the reason why my throat chakra is blocked. However, I have never spoken it. So from what I'm understanding, the question is, she's asking, because she has never spoken light language, is that the reason her throat chakra is blocked? I personally feel like, no, that's not the reason it's blocked. However, blockage in the throat chakra can make it more difficult to activate or to have the first experience of speaking it out loud. However, there's many different ways light language comes through, including written. So what would you have to say about that, Wendy?
Yeah, I would have to say that it's again, it's not the cause of the how can I agree with what you said, and a lot of what I have found, to be honest with you guys, what I found the most reason why people who want to speak light languages can't are or I don't want to say can't. I don't like that word because that's never true. Never.
Yeah.
Aren't at the moment. I think that was an important thing for somebody to hear. It's not that you can't ever. It's that you aren't right now. and may not be part of your path. But if you're excited about it and want to do it and it's not coming out and you're asking, am I blocked or what's blocking it? Normally, what it is, it's self-judgment and lack of self-love and lack of self-trust on some level, that you're judging what may or may not come out, what may or may not come out. You have got to be able to be okay with nothing coming out in order for something to come out. Because sometimes it's the fear of it's being there, but that, oh, well, I can't do this, it won't come out. And then it becomes this vicious cycle. So a lot of times what many of us have been guided to do as light language activators and linguists is to help each other open that portal in whatever way each of us may be guided, because each of you are guided to a particular person by vibration, because they have something to share and you each have something to learn and teach each other about your unique way of activating and also, being the activator and the activatee. You each have something to share with each other. But most of the time, that's what I found, is that it's really asking our guides, what is it that I'm not seeing, or that where do I feel I don't have a voice? Bree and I've talked about this a lot. I believe that part of the reason I started speaking light languages and singing was because all my life I felt like I didn't have a voice. And we have to take this stuff literally. And so sometimes we just have to ask ourselves and our guides the obvious questions. Okay, where am I not expressing myself in ways that I want to be expressing myself in my everyday life? Because that's usually the answer. It's usually of, where am I not? And when I say speaking and speaking our voice, it means saying what you really want sometimes. So how many of us are so afraid? Well, where do you want to go to dinner? Well, I don't know. Where do you want to go? Well, whatever you want. Well, for crying out loud, say what you freaking want. I want this tonight. Okay. We are so afraid to tell each other what we really want. I want to do this instead of that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I am pressured by my family to do this or eat this or do that, or give me a bad time about what I'm eating and not eating, or how I'm eating it. Or I'm a vegan, I'm a vegetarian, I eat meat, I don't eat meat. Am I spiritual? Am I not spiritual? What the hell, guys? We drive ourselves nuts.
And sometimes I think we don't know we haven't.
Right.
We haven't. I was just talking about this last week. I think we haven't even asked ourselves, what do I even like?
Right. We haven't even asked ourselves, what do I like and what do I want? Because
what do I prefer? I don't know.
I think we're afraid to answer the question, if I like something and I want something, what if it's not parallel to what my partner, parent, son, daughter, children, boss, employees, what if it doesn't rhyme with what they want? Oh, well, I can't possibly be myself if it doesn't roll with what other people want. Well, I guess you're going to be stuck for a while in not just light languages, but everything else. So that, I will say wholeheartedly, has been part of my own process of coming out of my shell and being, not giving a rat's ass what people think, is that, okay, I never spoke languages before, and I was in a group full of people who did, and all of a sudden it was like my turn, and it was like, okay, is there something you'd like to say? And it was like, well, I do. Now what's preventing me from doing that? And I want to, it was like all of a sudden, and then it just started coming out. So not to say that that's ever going to be everybody's process, but I think it's really more about self-value and self-esteem and not being afraid to speak your voice. And that also means, I don't like this job anymore. I don't like where I live anymore. I don't like how I'm being anymore. I don't like this. I don't like that. How can I change this and still honor my current belief systems while breaking away from those belief systems that don't serve me? That's what I think light languages help us do. This is very multi-layered, guys. This is not just little stuff. And that's why I don't just sit here and have everybody speak light languages all day long in these hangouts, because I don't think that that's the whole picture. I don't think it's just us saying it and speaking it is the entire picture, but it also gives you guys the experience of what happens when you listen to light languages and listen to this stuff. And if you think you're not being activated just by watching it, trust me, you are, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't even want to watch this stuff. You know, you're here because you have a voice that needs to be heard, even if that means going out and using your hands in a particular way that you want to do, in a particular way. It may not have anything to do with your physical voice, you guys. This is the point from your guides. It may not have anything to do with your physical voice either. It's how are you not expressing yourself as wholly and lovingly and unabashedly and passionately as you can be? That's the question. Usually that's the reason. So I know that's a really big answer, but I think everybody really needed to hear that today.
I agree, because that's why we're here.
That's why we're here.
Talking about this happening to people, whether they are spontaneously waking up one day speaking it, or like Sharamati, where she listened to some random video and all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I can do that too. I don't know what it is, but blah, 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 blah. And then it happened for her. Or people who feel called to activate it in themselves like I did. I just knew immediately. I was fascinated, like, oh my God, that actually exists. I can speak languages that are not necessarily from this planet. Sign me up. I mean, I was like ready to shoot myself to the stars. I was so excited about it. And then I was like, well, is there a textbook I can learn how to speak Lyran from learn the words? Because that's how things work here. So it's very cute. I think it's cute. Okay, so I'm going to go through if anybody would like to give some final blessings or a final thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to
We're gonna wrap this up.
find out, final comments and blessings. And then I think I'm going to end it with a blessing, and then I think we'll just go right off the air.
Great.
And allow these blessings, all of you, to illuminate, empower you, to transform you, to make you realize stuff, even when you got the date wrong. And to realize how amazing you are and what a great job you're doing and how you wouldn't be here. And this is not an easy class. And yes, this is the master's class. And, I say masters, but this is the top of the class, you guys. This is how it gets. Yeah. Mind doesn't matter here. Oh God, I love that.
Well, yeah.
I just love that. I just really love that.
Thank our mind for what it does, but we get wrapped up in it sometimes, and that's one thing light language can help us do is like Will was saying, it can help us actually start to function and feel and live from the heart space again. So
Absolutely.
Yay.
So yes, so carry on. Anybody who'd like to give their final blessings for today. And I wish all of you that you take these blessings and embrace them and allow them to enter your light body, your heart, and know that it's going to fill you and answer and activate and illuminate anything you ask it to today. We'll put that blanket intention out there today and always. And if you have something specific that each of you would like to put in as an intention today, as we share these blessings today to help you specifically, please do feel free to put your intention out there as we share these blessings with all of you today. So go ahead, Bree. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to choose Will first because he turned his camera on, and that means hello world. Go for it, Will.
Thank you, Bree. Let me focus here.
Hold on, Will, can you change your audio because you're so quiet? You sound like you're talking into a pillow.
I know. I was really surprised today but that's okay. I was how quiet you were today. Volume.
How about this?
No, it's the same. You're still in a pillow. It might be your audio settings. We can hear you.
We can still hear you. It just you sort of sound far away. That's all. But we can still hear you fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
How about this?
Nope. Just go for it. We can hear you. Just have to turn up.
You're all good. You're all good.
Yeah. Technical audio difficulties, I tell you.
Shy.
Yeah.
Does that
You're
work?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can blame Mercury.
Or you can up my volume, or maybe I can up the volume on mine.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
No. Yeah, I can't either, actually. YouTube's kind of taken away a bunch of our control, so we can't. There's a lot of things we used to do that we can't do. But anyway, go for it, Will. That's okay. We can hear you. We just wanted to let you know.
Urahanar, skanari tikitito rohuta awa, isa haraharia, artukucha arnisa, arnahasana ihiko, uruhuta ursai, kananahara hatasi kochawi, sosona na arhu toro, sisakini anana huta sakara hata hata, shashi kisa, sora hananu shashishaya kataralita, sona har hati kititi kisha. Yaya harahasakanana yarahua chichioko koranaya. Sihakanani sokohura watar shashiki utananawara ukohonanahia shasha. Namaste.
Namaste, Will. Najamatiata.
Thanks, Will.
Nyakashatoria.
Thank you. Who would like to speak next? You can unmute. That would be great. If anybody wants to say goodbye, Sharamati.
Yay! I will share a final message with you all because I think it sums up everything that we have been talking about, what you guys have been bringing through. And I was guided to take a card from the magical dimensions deck, and this came out. It's I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh,
it's a
magical. Does it say magical realms?
Yes, magical realms.
Well, there we are today. We're in our magical realms today.
And I'm just going to read this because I think it's going to resonate for a lot of people. And the card says, "It is only your perception that you may be in limitation. Believe and know that you are far more powerful than you realize. Trust in this. Reach out to the elementals to cultivate trust in your own abilities. The energies around you are vying for your attention, so listen to the wind, sea, earth, and sky, and your answers will swiftly come. You have the ability to create your own reality. Believe in this." Arekesheni isaraka uno okono oshete. Kia mama nyara tushto oro kuma anratea. Kia mama atasha ekesere tuno. Mayara toshtoroyama. Haekeana seretishi. Miara tuania kur arknoro oso. Veresi ashata kianante. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ashiriana kasanate atapekoshonotoya akia nanayato akokoya tashinatea hita sendotohia. Deepest divine gratitude for joining us today. It was really a joy and a pleasure, divine pleasure to meet you. I love the sacred geometry that you've got on the wall behind you. Niyajato Ikiasana, thank you for sharing this work that you do also out there in the world and in your healings and on YouTube. Yashadoriakaya, the same with Dolores, Yaposhonate Elikia and Will, Ashanotoja Amakiata Ikala, Sodosate Shiata Amakia to Orokoshonate, Zemashato Elakisanate Elikia Aisha. Sorry, that was there's just a quick response to you, my dear. Anyone else?
Hey. Oh, never mind.
Go ahead, Ivy. Yeah, go ahead.
Dolores.
Oh, Dolores.
Oh, okay. Oh, Dolores is one of the people I enjoy so much. I like to come here on Wednesdays just to experience her energy, actually. Well, everybody's, but yeah. But that was, yeah. I want to express my gratitude for everyone being able to make the time to get together at this juncture each week and at other times to share and let us spread our vibrations to each other. And that's
thank you. I do appreciate that a lot. It because it does for all of us. It takes all of us to show up together, not just to create the space, but yes. And like I said, there are days when, like today, where I was like, gosh, I don't know how I can do this but yet again, as soon as I walk in the room, you guys are there for me, and it all goes away, all of it. all the doubts, all the fears, all the crisis, all the judgment, it all falls away. So thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, thank you. It's so amazing that that us from all different parts of the world and the country can share this now.
Yeah. And
carry
now's
it
the
further
now.
into the rest of
Now's
now
the
of
now's the
day.
now.
Okay.
Now is the now.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sotoshe Iata. Thank you. One day we're gonna
Now's
hear
the
her
now.
speak. One day we're gonna hear her speak in some languages.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Ivy. Gracias, Sara, Aisha.
Go ahead, Dolores.
Thank you. Via Lena, Maravane, via Conno, Ntravano, Nkeshera, Yehreneta Yaki Amasha Nyateta Oya, Lehrena Terkamanaha, Yammarvanahan Yakate Eya, Lechlekte Eya, Rahane, Rahrashantara, Amiena, Mamahayano Kutne, Larriana Hanteyo, Mahmana Canteya, Lahrada Canteya, Lihrareno, Ahramate Rikrnaha, Raviano Hanterake, Rahramano, Imramanahate, Yaharna Kananaha, Nahe Yaharanahe. This is support to everyone to open who they are. Everyone. Naharnamaneki Yarahamanaha. Iharna Tenanaraha Vayanoho. Mianeya. Mianahoye. Miana Antrava Nahanekele Lakrana. Trahashano Marnatavayana. Yaharna Kantenahe. Mahmurmana Hanyaki Yarahamana Nanaha. Lera. Le ravantano, le annacchiote, tihire mauanahayo, fraia, frahen tetetnta, le hiakarana hanyanakotoho. Be love, feel love, give love. Narahantyo no keha, narahantyo maharana mahanya katehe. Namaste.
Namaste, dear sister in light. Niamawi anakia, imaha kia, imahanuma una ki ite, setoto hakanama lajunuma kia te eke, zenashi zapoko kagia nase, samotairari yashanotoku, zimahi igaya nanaki, zemoshona ia inanaki atosaya ika hananamoko akokoa, neshideki yatabakasana se. You are ancient and you are new. Ma'amakashia nasese. Every moment simultaneously. Ikadia shana ima itaki isoto kia bashona telaki. Ze magia hanaki elzuna maia. Mazono toko ashana zela sima takia tashana toko akali. Mekaya nasese. Semitima nana pakala kusha tokora kosola sese. Sema tashala kosama. Topokoko yashana sala kasena sema. Noko la jena palazo. Maka intaya sanatali kia pashe. Somo tu upakalia. Masono poya namajana teliza. Taika. Tomozono tosha yebakia nanasa. Sopo ako sana jala katayan zamate eki. Sotoa. Mejate. Sunalano ki nuyaluaku nela te yanayashi naluha nela nyamakuru te la nayashi nela sinamakuru lesi naya maya Anayati Amate Adama eva la jana bologu aigia da zanatela. Zebo haku zanaja itia casa. Sopo aku. Shela. Tega. Domodona najara. Shamana shakana tavelesha te. Duboko ya jana do orugo la zanata. Galiandoro balandoro kuku hashana se. Sakoko yashana seko hama. Ate la su se. Se motoyana kali ishotoku patalia se. Somo aya akaya ashana otoya sama jatoke la setoko yamashe opo ashana to akelete dopo la liataki ashano se somo soma shalaketa sama toko shala la toko ashe tapayata soma sote kalia lato shonose piakaye shanu tamaleto maki nesanase. And we thank you once again for sharing and teaching. Niawo osanase taliamakua, all that is about all that you are. Niboaya keshinete, the stories of source. Ma'ali kia, of love and pain. Yaua kashanasete, and the beauty of both. Ma'oshai inani kalakosomosase, simase. Each of you are speakers of the light. Jimo aqua, jo amo, part of this family of Speaker New, Omo akusha nate la cosa, where you embrace the ancient and the new within you. Ma'ose te shetekaya, bringing them together in this new way, in this new now, in this new age. Nyasanantiaki, soluso, somlu samaki, sheikia no shona. And it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Miyasha natewa kuoha tanidia. Mishaina. It's so beautiful in my world because of you. Shinati akiasana sele sumato iki satashinate miyata. And we thank you for these final blessings. And Bree, if you'd like to offer now the final blessing for the day and tell everyone how they can join our event. And I thank you all. Nasete, we thank you all. Taposhinate, for your love, your support, your guidance, and your participation. In this and every now, we are love. Nyakoshe.
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Emily, emissaries of the Light Collective, the guides and spirits and source, light, the angels. Everything is guiding us and helping us in our journey. And we are very beyond blessed, beyond blessed. And Nihito sho ere e shani hoko hoante. Ntaani at osh ai inea or anente ki ki ate sho o ar an. Non o sho huahan ni yo. Au ere ne yoso. Mo uere ene ya so. Wow wishi. Nio wow. Ar anio ho enya how antia har I enya eshi yo anene ya wanara I ia hai yo o she yana yo o how ara au shantia ayo kyo war ante yasar ante so anya hai she no. Ara'au, wani ya hara'au, wani ya ara'antio. thank you everybody for joining us today and sharing your energy with us and your beautiful comments and the amazing conversations that were going on in the live chat and telepathically and in all realms and space and illusion of all of that. Very quickly to mention, you can go to languagesoflights.com to see Wendy's services she offers and the different things that we're doing and building. She offers lots of different types of services on her services page. And ultimately, like we said earlier, we just want to connect the world with the power of light language. That's what we want to do here. And we are so happy that all of you and you and you and you and you and you and you are also excited to do the same. So with that said, if you guys would like to, if you can, join us in Florida, August 16th and 17th in Fort Lauderdale. We're doing a light language event called The Power and Purpose of Light Language with Linda Lee Hack and a sound healer who's doing a sound bath, Sherry Kaplan. It's going to be amazing. I'm doing a light language activation there, a group exercise to get people to speak the same way that I started speaking with our friend Katie. It's just a simple bija mantra meditation exercise. It clears the throat chakra, which is what we were talking about earlier. There's lots of different ways you could start speaking, right? So if you're interested, you could try it for yourself. So I'm posting the link to that event in the YouTube live chat, and there will be many more, but this is extra special because this was brought through just in really surprising ways. It was like the first day we started doing these hangouts, Linda Lee was led to ask us to be a part of this and to help her plan it. And Will's going to be there. Our friend Dave in the live chat's going to be there, and some other amazing people are joining us too. It's on the beach. We'll be singing light languages and just talking about the power and doing all sorts of live readings and just group interaction. We want it to be an interactive event more than just talking at people. We want it to be interactive. So more information on that is going to be posted. So thank you everybody for joining today. I think we have said it all. If you guys want to financially contribute or contribute otherwise, you can go to Wendy's contact page on our website, and there are ways to donate, or just sending your love is another very powerful form of energy exchange as well. So I think we're all set for today, Wendy.
Yes. Thank you guys so much. I had to come out of that for a second.
Yeah,
Yes, and thank you. Yes, thank you all. And thank you, Bree, for all of that and sharing all of that. And I really look forward to any of you who can make it to our first event together. And I'm really excited that Bree's not only helping coordinate the event, but she's also going to be a presenter. So this is a first for all of us in a lot of ways. So thank you. And to those of you, I wanted to answer the question. Wait time for service for different types of services kind of depends on my scheduling. Right now, I'm usually about a week or two out in sessions, and I've got some mentoring sessions going on right now. For those who want to do multiple sessions with me, mentoring sessions, they get scheduled first. And then that way they get set up. And so, but typically and on videos and pre-recordings and audio and video recordings, I'm usually about 5 to 7 days out right now, depending on my schedule and my travel schedule and so forth. So it's not too much of a wait. So, and I do appreciate all of those of you who are waiting for sessions and who have already completed sessions. And I've got some scheduled ahead of time too, or coming up ahead too. So thank you to all of you for inquiring about that. And thank you for sharing that, Bree. Appreciate it. And so much love to you all. I hope you heard our ladies today, Will. Because I know you were speaking with me. Thank you all. Thank you, Bree. Much love. Mahala. Nyakoshe. Namaste. Nyakala.